Okay, the quiz question for this morning is, who's 70 years old? A, watch your mouth. I don't want those smart aleck answers. I was serious when I said who's 70 years old. And Joe Cusack from the Rotary Club and a number of other positions is here to answer the question, because there's a couple of groups that you're recognizing this week, aren't you?
That's true, and thankfully I'm not 70 years old, although I am pushing it. So not only is the Parada del Sol 70 years old, 1954.
Wait, now there are people from Cincinnati
who have
no idea what you just said. The Parada del Sol.
So Scottsdale has had for 70 years now the most western town, and they have had a parade that precedes a rodeo. And so the Parada del Sol parade and the Parada del Sol rodeo. And up until maybe 10 years or so ago, if you didn't have a horse, you weren't in the parade. It's changed a little bit since then, but it's now 70 years old. What's also nice, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know what I was going to say, that the parade, just the very fact that it's 70 years old, that is older than the Fiesta Bowl parade.
Correct.
Another one of the great events here. But there's Veterans Day parades, St. Patrick's Day parade. But Parada del Sol not only is kind of a senior, but it has decided, well, maybe there were just too many horses, and so you have floats this year, one of them recognizing the other 70-year-old participant.
Correct, and so that would be the Wallace and Ladmo Show, which is fantastic. Wallace and Ladmo Show, as you know, I'm sure, started in 1954. I grew up watching you and Wallace and Ladmo and everyone else.
And you were on the show and actually got a Ladmo bag.
I was on it several times, and it was great. I was a little kid.
Yeah, there are people right now saying, where does Joe live?
Yeah.
I want to know where the Ladmo bag is. Now, Joe, you are not only Rotary Club Scottsdale member, but also the glamour of driving a parade float.
Correct. That's high crimes there, yes.
Did you volunteer for that position?
I did.
Would you do it again?
I did again, yes. This is the second year. So, and you know, no one was killed on the first time around, so we'll try it again.
Well, what nobody knows, and perhaps most people did not know, that Wallace and Ladmo Float is going to be featured not only on Sundays here on Channel 7 as a program, the reruns of the comedy bit.
Yep.
But Saturday, Parada del Sol, there will be a float that I'll be on as a part of the Wallace and Ladmo Show all those years. But I will be joined by Aunt Maud, one of the well-known senior characters of the show, and pretty successful rock and roll star, Hubcap.
Very true.
He lost his wheels, but he will be on the float with me.
See, and I listened to Hubcap when I was a kid. I didn't know any better, and it was fantastic.
Tell me about, though, the parade, beyond the fact that I'm doing all this self-promotion. What else should we be watching for if we're on the sidelines watching as part of the audience?
Well, you know, there's about 170 floats, I think, this year. It's fantastic. It's
How long is the parade supposed to last?
About 2 hours. Don't worry, Pat. We're in the front. Okay. So you'll be out of there.
Okay, starting when, though? Let's give everybody
so it starts at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it rides through Old Town Scottsdale. And I think everybody in the parade takes about 20, 25 minutes to actually get through the parade.
This is exciting for me, because Wal and Lad and I, when they were still with us, got a chance to be in the Parada del Sol. Sometimes they wanted us to ride horses. Gerald said, "Are you out of your mind?" But it's kind of a homecoming for me.
I'm glad. Well, we're very, very happy to have you. We're very honored to have you there, and we're not going to try to put you on a horse.
It'll be the Wallace and Ladmo edition of the Parada del Sol this Saturday. See you there. Ho, ho, ha, ha, hee, hee.